This Literacy Pro presentation will introduce you to the student experience, how they take the test, and how the quizzes work, and report for them. Students log into Literacy Pro through Scholastic Learning Zone. Once they're in Learning Zone, they click on the Literacy Pro icon, and this takes them to the student homepage. To find books in a student's comprehension range, the first thing students need to do is to take the Lit Pro test. Click on the menu bar, and it takes students into an introductory page. Students should click on Let's Get Started. This takes them to the directions page. On this page, it's explained that when they've finished a question, to move forward, they click the next button, or if they're feeling unsure about their answer, they may use the skip button and leave that question out. Students may skip up to 3 questions. Then it's time to start the test. The first time students take the Literacy Pro test, they're given questions based on their year level. However, a default is set so that the students start at questions at the very low end of their year level range. They answer the question, then move to the next question. These practice questions give students the opportunity to familiarise themselves with the Literacy Pro test environment. They do not count towards their final result. Students answer up to 6 questions, and then at the end of the practice test, they're told that they have completed the test, and now they move to the real test, which will give them their Lexile measure. When students start the actual Literacy Pro test, they start on an item that is at the average end-of-year Lexile for their year level. This item for Year 3 is about 590. Because Eddie answered the first question correctly, the next question has jumped up about 50 Lexiles. So when Eddie answers that question, he's given another question. The Lexile of this item has also jumped up. After Eddie answers this question, unfortunately he makes an error, and so the next item drops down. Eddie answers this question correctly, and so once again the questions start to move up to higher level questions. The test continues to adapt to Eddie's responses, moving up to a higher Lexile item when Eddie answers correctly, and dropping to a lower level item when Eddie answers incorrectly. The Lexile steps between the questions gradually reduce until the test is certain of Eddie's comprehension level. Based on Eddie's responses to the items, Eddie is given his Lexile reading measure. At the end of the test, he may exit to return to Literacy Pro, or go to Create a Reading List. Eddie's Lexile reading measure now appears on his home page, and if he goes to My Results, it is also shown there. For teachers or administrators, if they search on Eddie's name, they will find his Lexile reading measure and the date the test was taken as part of his reading report card. Now that Eddie has a Lexile reading measure, he's able to choose books that may interest him. He may choose up to 3 kinds. Then generate a recommended reading list. The list that is generated is a list of titles in Eddie's Lexile reading range. These vary from about 100 below Eddie's current Lexile to about 50 above. This is the blurb view, where the student can see something about the book itself. The books can also be viewed as a list. To the side, you can see the Take the Quiz icon. That identifies the books that have quizzes in Literacy Pro. If your school has done a library match, then the students may also be able to filter by In My School Library. Books that have been tagged in the school library are able to be identified by this library icon. So students are aware, if a Lexile has an RA in front of it, such as this title, it means that the book is probably a picture book and has been designed to be read aloud. After Eddie has chosen and read a book, he may then take the Literacy Pro quiz. The quiz is made up of multiple choice questions. Eddie answers each question, then moves to the next one. As with all quizzes, it's important that the students take each question carefully. Students should answer 10 questions to complete the quiz. When students finish the quiz, they click on Finish. At the end of the book, the students are given the opportunity to rate the book. Then they may write a comment about it. And save it. Eddie's results then show on his My Results page, and it shows the number of quizzes he's passed, words read, and his quiz score. Over time, as Eddie reads more books and completes more quizzes, his results build up. If Eddie passes the quiz, he's given his quiz score. Once again, he can rate the book and comment about it. And save. Shortly after completing the quiz, Eddie's results will be updated. If he's eligible for a certificate, this may also show on his My Results page.